It's like a scene from a disaster movie, cleaners suited up in full protection gear doing a deep clean. But instead of a film set, it's just a suburban childcare centre where a parent tested positive for coronavirus. The clean-up comes after news a 91-year-old woman who lived at the Dorothy Henderson Lodge died this morning. She's the 4th death from that home and the 8th in the state. Despite that news, people are still ignoring the message to stay home.
There are still a proportion in the community who aren't doing the right thing, and that's heartbreaking. We don't want to have to make further decisions based on the irresponsible actions of a minority.
On the northern beaches, swimmers weren't deterred, some going to extreme lengths for a dip. Meanwhile, many beaches in the eastern suburbs are already closed, but that didn't stop people determined to get a tan. At Bronte, people tried to keep some semblance of their normal weekend routine. This market at Taylor Square was nearly empty by mid-morning after customers rushed in early to buy fresh produce.
We're just selling straight from the boxes, so it's not actually been touched by our hands at all.
Shoppers in Lilyfield were greeted with public safety warnings.
This morning when they had a line-up, made sure everyone was 1.5 metres apart, complying with the police officers, of course. They came out and made sure we were complying with all the regulations.
Newcastle's cafe strip was deserted.
A massive reduction in trade, like we're talking about 80% at the moment, which is pretty devastating.
Police spent the day making sure people didn't ignore social distancing rules after yesterday finding a returned traveller in Bourke. Meanwhile, an empty cruise ship that's been sitting offshore docked in Port Kembla to refuel. Authorities say the crew stayed on board. Kathleen Calderwood, ABC News.